This is EMS TV and you are watching EMS English News, and here are today's top stories. Political tension has increased in Ayodhya after the alleged Ram Temple donation theft case. UP Congress chief Ajay Rai was placed under house arrest by police at a hotel late Monday night. He had arrived in Ayodhya with a Congress delegation to protest against the alleged theft of temple donation. Ajay Rai had also announced that he would surround the Ram Temple Trust office as part of the protest. Police stopped the protest saying they wanted to maintain law and order. His wife claimed that his life is under threat and blamed the government. The incident has sparked a fresh political controversy in Uttar Pradesh, with both the Congress and the ruling party blaming each other. A major fire broke out after a blast in naphtha pipeline at the Haldia pharmaceutical plant in Haldia, West Bengal at around 2:45 am on Monday night. The flame quickly spread to nearby homes in the Chiranjipur area. At least 15 people suffered burn injuries and were taken to Haldia Sub-Divisional Hospital. 5 of them were later shifted to Tamluk Medical College, where 2 people are in critical condition. More than 12 fire engines are working to control the fire. The nearby railway lines was also affected, forcing authorities to stop train services for safety. Officials are investigating the cause of the pipeline blast. General Upen Dwivedi retired as the Chief of Indian Army on Tuesday. Before leaving office, he visited the National War Memorial in New Delhi and paid tribute to soldiers who sacrificed their life for the nation. General Dheeraj Seth will take charge as the new Army Chief today. He will become India's 31st Army Chief. General Seth joined the Indian Army in December 1986 and has nearly 40 years of military experience. General Dwivedi said the situation along the line of actual control is stable but still sensitive. He expressed full confidence that General Seth will lead the Indian Army with strength, professionalism and dedication while continuing its proud tradition. Kerala Chief Minister V.D. Satishan has written a letter to West Bengal Chief Minister Suvendu Adhikari requesting immediate help in the passport renewal case of former The Telegraph editor R. Rajagopal. The letter was sent to June 29th. Reports say Rajagopal's passport renewal application has been delayed because of a negative police verification report. The report was linked to his name being removed from the voter list. The Kerala Chief Minister asked the West Bengal government to look into the matter quickly and ensure that the issue is resolved fairly and without unnecessary delay. The family of dacoit Jagan Gurjar is protesting outside the mortuary of JLN Hospital in Ajmer after his death. They have refused to accept his body until a CBI investigation is ordered. Jagan's son Sasaram claimed that his uncle, who is also in jail, is now facing a threat to his life. He warned the police that the family would continue to protest until their demands are met. Police have increased security around the hospital and are trying to convince the family. The investigation into Jagan Gurjar death is continuing. Pakistan has again made a strong statement about the Indus Water Treaty. Pakistan's climate change minister Musaddiq Malik said that if anyone tries to stop Pakistan's share of water, the country will give a strong response. He also said the Indus Water Treaty is still in force and India cannot end it on its own. India has not made an official comment on this remark so far. The water sharing issue has been a sensitive matter between the two countries for many years. Experts say both sides should solve such dispute through peaceful talks and by following international agreements. US President Donald Trump has said that the United States and Iran will hold an important meeting today in Doha, Qatar. Speaking at the White House, Trump claimed that Iran asked for the talks. He said the main purpose of the meeting is to stop Iran from developing nuclear weapons. Trump also said both countries will discuss the next step after the Memorandum of Understanding signed on June 17th. US Special Envoy Steve Witkoff has already left for Doha. However, Iran has denied that any meeting is planned today. The conflicting statements have created uncertainty, and many countries are now waiting to see if the talks will actually take place. Billionaire investor Warren Buffett has delayed his usual mid-year donation to the Gates Foundation, according to a report by the Wall Street Journal. The report says Buffett wants to wait until an independent review of the foundation's past link to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein is completed. The review was ordered by Gates Foundation CEO Mark Sussman, and the findings are expected later this summer. Buffett is likely to make a final decision about the donation at the end of the year, around the time of his annual Thanksgiving letter. The 95-year-old investor has donated more than $47 billion in Berkshire Hathaway shares to the Gates Foundation over the past 20 years. The report does not say that any wrongdoing by the foundation has been confirmed. Indian stock markets traded lower today. The Sensex fell nearly 200 points and was trading around 76,550, while the Nifty slipped more than 50 points to around 23,900. Selling pressure was mainly seen in IT and auto stocks, which pulled the market down. Investors remain cautious due to global market concern and profit booking after recent gains. Market experts say traders are closely watching global economic developments and upcoming financial data. Despite today's decline, analysts believe investors should stay focused on long-term goals and avoid making decisions based on short-term market movements. A big surprise shocked the Football World Cup on Tuesday. Four-time world champion Germany was knocked out after losing 4-3 to Paraguay in a penalty shootout. Goalkeeper Orlando Gill became the hero by making two brilliant saves during the shootout. The match ended level before penalties, but Paraguay stayed calm under pressure and secured a famous victory. In another exciting game, five-times champion Brazil defeated Japan 2-1 to book a place in the round of 16. Gabriel scored an important goal for Brazil. The win came on the anniversary of Brazil's first World Cup title in 1958. Brazil has now reached the last 16 for the 20th time, continuing its strong World Cup tradition. Heavy rain and stormy weather caused serious accidents in many parts of India. At least 13 people died in Uttar Pradesh, Bihar and Chhattisgarh due to falling trees and lightning strike. In Uttar Pradesh, a neem tree fell on the e-rickshaw in Firozabad, killing 5 people and injuring 2 others. 2 more people died after lightning struck in Basti and Maharajganj. Meanwhile, the monsoon has slowed down over Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat. Many areas in Delhi and Haryana are still facing intense heat, with temperatures crossing 43 degrees Celsius. Rain is expected to increase in the coming days as the weather system becomes more active. Stay alert and follow safety advisories during storm and lightning. That's all for today's bulletin. We'll be back with more updates next time. Until then, this is Tamanna Rizvi signing off. Have a good day.